970-748-5985 si tienes preguntas adicionales. Con esto nos despedimos de esta edición del Informe del Día y nos vemos aquí el día de mañana con más información. Hasta entonces.
Good morning and welcome into today's edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Ross Leonard. It is Thursday, the 20th of February. We're rolling right through winter and it feels like winter. There is tons of snow out there and more on the way. We have a fun show coming up today. We are talking with the 10th Mountain Division, which is celebrating at Vail Legacy Days this weekend, but we're talking all about what they're doing today in the military, as well as Habitat for Humanity stopping by to talk about their projects coming up this year. So lots of fun stuff, but we're going to talk about the weather, which is the most fun right now because with great snow comes great responsibility. But grab that cup of coffee. Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
This weather report is sponsored by Grand Hyatt Vail. Escape the cold and embrace the après ski vibes at the Grand Hyatt Spa, where you'll find tranquility rooted in traditional alpine wellness.
Welcome into the TV8 Weather Center on this Thursday morning, 8 a.m., 29 degrees, nothing too crazy to start the day out there, but we will see a high of 38 degrees today and a 70% chance of more snow coming this afternoon. Those winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Nothing too crazy today. Into the hourly, that snow really starts dropping around noon and into the afternoon around 4, still continuing with snow showers into this evening. And temperatures start dropping down around 8 p.m. to 30 degrees, and those snow showers expected throughout the day today and into the I-70 corridor. Lots of snowfall expected in the Rocky Mountains all the way in Eagle, 60% chance, Avon, 60% chance, Vail, 70% chance, Denver, even a 40% chance of snowfall today. Denver, a high of 27 today. Into tonight, a low of 23 degrees with that snow continuing, and that sunset at 5:48 p.m. Winds light and variable tonight, so that's good for the snowfall. Into the rest of the weekend here and into next week, that snow is going to come in today and into tonight and into tomorrow morning, Friday morning, with a high of 37 tomorrow, a low of 14. And then we'll see partly cloudy skies and mostly sunny skies this weekend for those Vail Legacy Days. Also, Talon's Challenge happening up at Beaver Creek, so that's good. We'll have some visibility out there this weekend. And into next week, that next storm should be rolling in around Tuesday with afternoon showers. So enjoy this variable weather we're having this winter. Into the snow report, Beaver Creek's got nothing to report in the last 24 hours, but a lot in the last couple days here, bringing the season total to 191 inches and a base depth of 59 inches with 24 lifts open, 174 trails, and 98% of terrain. Beaver Creek's rocking and rolling right now, but so is Vail. Vail's got no new snow in the last 24 hours, but over 40 inches from that last cycle that just came through, bringing the season total to 240 inches and a base depth of 78 inches with 31 lifts open, 274 trails, and 98% of terrain. If you guys aren't out skiing and snowboarding, I don't know what you're doing, but get on out there. It is a great time to be out on the mountains. And stay tuned. We've got a look at the lens of the day next.
Lens of the Day is brought to you by Eyepieces of Vail and Goggle Bar.
Welcome back to the show. Now, I love getting to talk about things that get you excited to get out there, ski or ride, and help you see better on the mountain. So right now I've got the Smith 4D Mag with the ChromaPop lens technology. Now, this is a great goggle. Because of that 4D technology that's in it, it increases your field of view by 25% with that bird's eye view. So as we take a look at this goggle lens, as I rotate it down, you can see that that lens continues right here, allowing you to see better out out there with that 25% increase. Now to change this goggle lens, all you do is pull these levers down. Then you're going to pull that lens right out. It's easy to switch. You're going to line it up. Make sure that it is fully lined up, that goggle lens is all the way in there, and then you're just going to snap those little levers back into place, securing your goggle lens, making it nice and easy to change. If I can change it here on the couch, well then you can change it out there on the chairlift. This is an incredible goggle to have your hands on because that ChromaPop technology means color pop, so it's going to help you see those colors better out there on the slopes, so that way you can see better, so you can ski or ride better. Now if you want to get your hands on this incredible goggle, make sure that you go to any one of the eyepieces of Vail locations throughout our community because we've got so many that you're going to want to check out, and there are some great places to get a helmet and some goggles. That way you are fully protected out there on the mountain. We want to thank Eyepieces of Vail for bringing you this Lens of the Day report this morning. If you're looking for new goggles, new helmet, or any vision needs, well then they're the perfect place for you to go. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
This show looks at anything that has an engine and a story told by the owners. This is a scooter. Have you had it the whole time?
I have not. It's actually the third time I've owned the car.
Sell, regret, sell, regret. To the actual prototype GT40, I got to sit in that car.
Oh, I gotta get me one of these, man.
We've got all the muscle, the speed, and the stories.
I got stage 4 cancer. A bunch of friends came together and decided that this thing needed to get done then. A lot of friends came together and made this thing happen.
Hey, if it has an engine and a story, you're going to hear about it on rides. Almost every vehicle, doesn't matter what walk of life you're from, there's some tie to your past.
Ready to power up for summer? Whether you hike, bike, golf, or just want to feel great, get ready for summer with Mountain Recreation. Sign up for our Power Up for Summer promo and get 4 personal training sessions, a nutrition consultation, and exclusive recovery group access, all for $250 at the Gypsum Rec Center. Register by February 24th for March sessions or March 24th for April. Sign up at mountainrec.org or visit the Gypsum Rec Center front desk. Mountain Recreation. Active, healthy, together.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Here in our community, we have so much history, but it all goes back to the 10th Mountain Division that kind of founded this area, got us going, and the skiers and everyone there. And joining us now is a member of the current 10th Mountain Division, Major Rachel Jeffcoat. Major, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm just calling Rachel, but Rachel.
That's fine.
10th Mountain Division, we're celebrating this weekend. We celebrate every day out here, the 10th Mountain Division, but this weekend we have Vail Legacy Days where members of the 10th Mountain Division are going to be out there. But what's going on this weekend?
Absolutely. So yesterday, to start, we are out here celebrating Vail Legacy Days, but also we're calling it Mountain Legacy at 10th Mountain Division. We started with the Hail to Vail Traverse yesterday, where our soldiers originally were going to do a 26-mile trek starting at Camp Hale, Colorado, and ending in Vail proper. Starting at Camp Hale as a nod to our heritage, where we were actually activated and trained there, and then they were going to do 26 miles, but due to avalanche mitigation, we shortened that to 9 miles. So they started at Vail Pass and ending in Vail proper yesterday.
Wow.
But then that just kicked off our events, and really it's a commemoration of our 80th anniversary of the Battle of Riva Ridge. And then tomorrow we're going to be celebrating at Ski Cooper for the 50th anniversary of the Ski Cooper Days that the 10th Mountain Descendants organization puts on for us. And then we'll be doing the Vail Parade, the Torchlight Parade, and then also we're going to be having the Ski Trooper Cup, where you're going to be seeing 10th Mountain Division soldiers climbing Pepe's face at Vail and doing some alpine tasks as well. So we're out here. I highly encourage people that if they see someone wearing the 10th Mountain Division patch and in this uniform, to please talk to them.
Yeah, you can't miss them. I've seen a couple out on the mountain these last couple days, and we can't thank you guys enough. It is so cool to see everyone out here and enjoying it and doing it how they do it. But Riva Ridge, 80 years ago, right? Like, they're scaling these mountains at night to, really, it was a turning point in the war, right? But what people don't realize is we reactivated the 10th Mountain Division, right?
Absolutely.
So we still have a 10th Mountain Division. It's not like this old thing that's done. Like, we still have a 10th Mountain Division, right?
Absolutely. So we are an active duty U.S. Army division that is currently stationed at Fort Drum, New York. So we were reactivated at Fort Drum, New York on February 13th of 1985.
So we just hit that anniversary.
We just hit that 40th anniversary of being reactivated at Fort Drum, and we were reactivated as a light infantry division. Currently, 10th Mountain Division has 3 brigade combat teams, a sustainment brigade, and a combat aviation brigade. So we are a huge unit, about 20,000 soldiers that serve, and we are known as the U.S. Army's most deployed division in the United States.
And we're talking Middle East. We're everywhere across the world right now, right?
Yes, we are global right now. So we have soldiers with our 3rd our 3rd brigade combat team currently serving in Europe right now, and then we have our 1st Brigade Combat Team who is currently serving in Iraq and Syria. Our 10th Combat Aviation Brigade actually just got back from Kuwait, but they were also doing operations in Iraq and Syria. And then our headquarters right now is in Arizona, supporting the southern border surge.
Amazing, amazing. How is a way people can help and support you guys? Like, is it just saying hello? Is there financial donations? Like, how is a good way for someone to say thank you?
Absolutely. Honestly, if you see us out here this weekend, just ask a soldier how they're doing. Ask them about the current operations of 10th Mountain Division. We truly, truly appreciate the American support that we get.
Yeah. And as you're walking through town, the history is everywhere. We've got the 10th Mountain statue right at the covered bridge as you're entering Vail there. Some of these names right on the trail. Riva Ridge is a trail name. So some of that history is just kind of hitting you in the face everywhere you go, which is really cool. What are you looking forward to while being out here?
I think the history aspect is the thing I look forward to the most, is just learning a little bit about the history each time I'm out here. It's great linking our heritage from the Colorado Rockies, and now we're at Fort Drum, New York, where we have the Adirondacks, and we do train out in the Adirondacks as well, and some of our local ski areas in New York too. But coming out to Colorado is almost like coming home, because it has such a link to our heritage. We like to say in 10th Mountain Division, if we can train in the mountains, we can train in any austere, complex environment as well.
Yeah, yeah. What's it? Have you been to Vail before? Is this your first time?
So this is my 2nd time in Vail. I was out here last year for Legacy Days, and it was amazing. Just seeing all of the history. I don't think some people realize how much 10th Mountain Division truly gave to the ski community and the outdoor community as well.
Yeah. How, like, this is part of our culture here. How do you describe to these new soldiers in New York, like, what what this is out here, what this was.
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that point up. So we actually host what we call D Series or Division Series, and it's really a nod to the training that was conducted at Camp Hale, Colorado. And those soldiers that competed in D Series back home at Fort Drum, New York, are actually coming here today to participate in Vail Legacy Days. So it's kind of cool, so they get to know about the history. We spend a day and they learn all about the history of the Colorado Rockies and Camp Hale and our impact on the ski industry and the outdoor community. And then they do this alpine operators course, essentially, where they are training in these harsh environments in upstate New York, because we get tons of snow up there from lake effect snow. And so then whoever wins that D Series actually gets to come out to Vail and experience Vail Legacy Days and learn about the history, our history here in Colorado.
So cool. So we just hit 40 years. Like, are we going another 40? Like, what's kind of next for our 10th Mountain Division?
Absolutely. So we are still going to be an active duty unit that serves globally, worldwide, and ready to rapidly deploy whenever the nation calls upon us.
Yeah, amazing. So with this weekend with Vail Legacy Days, who's coming out? Like, you mentioned some of these winners of the competitions, but who else are we going to see out here?
Absolutely. So we have soldiers from our mountain training group that are out here currently. Those are the majority that did the Hale to Vail Traverse. We also have our soldiers from the 2nd Brigade Combat Team who are out here. We have our D Series soldiers out here. And then we also have our commanding general who will be out here, General Nauman. He'll be attending, and our Command Sergeant Major Johnson will also be attending. And they are very excited to get in and see the history that we have here and to also ski.
Yeah, well, we're excited to have everyone. I was telling you a little bit, like, I get to live this free life because of you guys. I get to snowboard every day and grow my hair out and live a free life because of you guys. So we are very appreciative of you. But I want to ask you, Rachel, when you were first learning about the history, like, what stood out to you about the history? What's some of the things that you were like, oh, wow, might not have known that?
So actually, when I first came to Colorado, it was, and really kind of delved into the history, it was when History Colorado had an exhibit about the 10th Mountain Division.
Okay.
And even before that, I had a brigade commander, because I used to serve as 1st Brigade's public affairs officer. And my brigade commander at the time said, if you're going to learn about 10th Mountain Division, you have to read this book. And it was Climb to Conquer, which you can also find at the museum here. And so that was kind of my first introduction. I had no idea that 80% of the ski areas in the United States were actually started by 10th Mountain Division, and how much of an impact we had on the outdoor community for that. And then also, I didn't even know about, at the time, that Pete Cyber, who was a veteran of 10th Mountain Division, was the founder of Vail. So that was really cool. And then History Colorado put on a great exhibit. I've been to the Colorado Snow Sports Museum.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Amazing.
Just learning about all of the history and what it had to offer to the ski community, I think really got me in. And I will say, being in 10th Mountain Division really kind of got me into the ski culture and really got me into skiing as well.
Amazing. Yeah, I often, like, I would have loved to have been a fly on a tree when Pete and Earl were way back there without any lifts, just visualizing what it's going to be.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. Rachel, thanks so much for joining us. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else I should have asked you, or anything else people should know?
No, I just really want to say again, I highly encourage people, if they are out in Vail for Legacy Days, if you see this patch, you'll see it as the colored patch, to really kind of speak to those soldiers and ask them how they're doing.
Awesome. Well, Rachel, thank you so much for coming, and thanks for all you do, and everyone in the 10th Mountain Division, and past, present, and future.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys for all you do, and get on out to Vail Legacy Days. It's part of our culture. It's part of our community here. Embrace it. Embrace the 10th Mountain Division and celebrate them this weekend. And we will be back with the rest of Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging on to our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Morgan. I'm with Ron Byrne and Associates. And today I'd like to welcome you to Mine House and Mi Casa. a premier bed and breakfast right here at the base of Beaver Creek Mountain. Let's go inside.
This property is currently being run as a bed and breakfast with 20 bedrooms, all with ensuite bathrooms. Right now we are standing in Mikasa, and next door we also have Mine House. A wonderful opportunity to own a turnkey hospitality business, but it's also an opportunity to own it as a private residence. It can be sold all as one or in individual pieces, however you choose.
So now that we've had a chance to show you these two amazing properties, Mikasa and Mine House,
We would love the opportunity to show you in person. Give us a call.
Coming at you from around the world. The biggest names in sports, entertainment, and business.
Here we go.
Yeah, there's no way.
Exclusive access and one-on-one conversations.
Yeah, you guys really did some deep research.
I don't think we should give him any more information.
In depth with Graham Bensinger.
TVA Vail is proud to announce the Wacky Winter Reading Program. We're asking children of all ages, K and even the teenagers going up to 12th grade, read 10 books or 1,000 pages by April 30th, 2025. You can find all the details on our website, tvavail.com. Thank you to our sponsor, the lovely Eagle Valley Library District, where you can go pick up your book and have a great time. Have a great winter from your friends at TVA Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Do you know the Muffin Man? I don't, but luckily we have some people in this studio that do know the Muffin Man. Let's take a look in the kitchen at some muffins.
We're here
We're in the kitchen. I like it.
You know, it's always so much fun to be in the kitchen because we get to experiment with recipes, and I am determined. I've decided that I'm helping make you and Ross expert cooks.
I knew this. Ross and
I.
I. We should do a little like Top Chef moment where it's like who does better, Ross or I. That'd be
That's
hilarious.
true, and then I'll be the judge. I'm totally on board with that. I love it. So we're gonna actually make one of my favorite recipes, and I used to think this was a secret recipe because my roommate used to make it. My old roommate, we're no longer, but she used to make these all the time, and we'd always be so excited. Dana, make your pumpkin muffins.
Ooh,
so today we are going to try it. Turns out it's quite easy to make.
And I like that chocolate chips are involved. Anytime you say pumpkin and chocolate chip, I'm there. I'm here for it.
So you can make this 3 ingredients or less. Typically the base is just a spice cake box mix and then pumpkin puree. So you don't want to use the pumpkin pie puree that you can get already made because it's got extra spices and things like that. But what's fun about this recipe too is if you didn't have the spice mix, you can actually just use like a white cake or a yellow cake box mix.
So you can kind of mix it
and
up.
Then, then add in the pumpkin pie spice. But we've got the spice cake. We don't even have to worry about it.
Simple.
Keeping it simple, not stupid.
I was just about to say keep it simple.
Yes, exactly.
Keep it simple, stupid.
So we're going to go ahead and get started. We actually have our oven preheated to 350 degrees.
Okay.
Which is really great. We're actually going to bake these for about 20 minutes. So that's about the time that it takes. So that being said, let's get to assembling I was going to say cupcakes, the muffins.
Same difference. We're good.
Personal opinion, you can have pumpkin any time of year. What do you think?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh, pumpkin is my favorite. Pumpkin pie all year round. Love it.
All year round, exactly. So we've got our box cakes mixed. We've got the pumpkin puree. So Gretchen, if you wouldn't mind going ahead and getting started on opening that can. And then we're also going to, we're just going to blend it all together, line our muffin tin, pop it all in the oven, put some chocolate chips into it. It's
I like
the easiest. And you know, you can do a variety on this recipe if you wanted to with chocolate chips. You can add in walnuts, pecans, or pecans, depending on how you want to
I know.
say it.
The other day when you asked me, I had to say it 3 times. I'm like, pecan, pecan, pecan. I don't know what's right.
Or, raisins or dried cranberries. But we're going to go with the sweet side because it's Friday, and why not?
Why not? It is Friday. It feels like a Friday. I'm ready for this weekend and closing day weekend, so we can celebrate.
It's so much fun. So, okay, so you open the pumpkin pie.
Yes.
So I'll go ahead and scoop it in here. If you wouldn't mind opening the spice mix.
Yes.
And then we'll add that in there as well. And then you can just blend it all together. So it'll be a denser batter than probably what you're used to if you're making a cake. Usually you'll have eggs and oil. But
I just love this because it's 3 items. I mean, I think that's brilliant.
Yeah.
You can't mess up with this.
And you can really just make it with 2 if you absolutely were in dire straits. But you know
and what were you saying about cranberries as well? You can make it
like dried cranberries in fruit. Super Thanksgiving-esque.
Yes.
I like dried cranberries all time of year as well. So we're going to scoop all of this in here. And then while you open that bag of spice mix, always risky. There might be some scissors in the drawer.
I know. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I have nails. One of our cameramen is looking at me like, please don't get this all over yourself and the camera.
If you're not getting messy in the kitchen, I don't think you're doing it right.
There we go.
So we've got our spice mix. So it's that easy. Spice mix, pumpkin pie, or pumpkin puree, not pumpkin pie, because it's got added spices to it.
And I have to say, Kim, it smells so good. I love it already.
It smells like the holidays. I don't mean to rush the summer, but
I know,
I was just thinking about the
it
holidays.
It totally does, yes.
And we love it here. So you have 2 options. We can hand mix this in, which I think I will, just so that it doesn't,
get all
powder all over us, create a powder cloud. We don't want to do that. And while I'm doing that, Gretchen, if you want to line our muffin tins, you can also, if you don't have muffin liners, that's okay. You can just spray some cooking oil or vegetable oil or even butter along that, and we'll just line it just like that.
I think this is fun too because you could get kind of funky with it and do little glitter sparkles or you know what I mean, make it
a little bit of
festive
edible glitter.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea there.
Anytime you can have glitter, why not glitter it up, right?
That's true. Well, our batter is mixed.
Okay.
Do we want to throw in the chocolate chips?
I say yes.
I say yes too. So if you wouldn't mind opening up the chocolate chips.
Who says no to chocolate chips? Something's wrong with that person.
People don't like chocolate. I don't trust them.
Yeah, right. I'm like that with people that don't like dogs anymore. I'm like, you're not a dog lover. I don't know about you.
So we'll just do, I don't know, about half the package. You can measure it out if you want to. I like mine a little bit extra chocolatey.
Me too.
I don't love a muffin that's got 3 chocolate chips in it. I mean, are you kidding? Why even bother? I will just kind of do a quick stir, and then here's the best part, and this is totally up to you if you want to scoop it into the muffin tin. You can either just scoop it, or I like to keep it a little bit even with an ice cream scoop.
I literally thought you were going to say, you can just dive right in with your hands. I'm like, Kim, I'm not
that
savage.
Honestly, what's great about this recipe, it is actually fully vegan. We did the spice cake mix, the pumpkin puree, and these are vegan plant-based chocolate chips. So
smells so
good. Pretty great. So we'll just keep scooping them all in, and then if you are interested in that and you don't eat dairy, you don't eat eggs, whatever it is, this is the perfect muffin recipe.
I just want to take a bite. It looks so good.
Well, and that's the best part, that it is edible, so you can eat it raw, unlike cookie dough. Even though
I'm going in.
I still eat cookie dough raw. Oh, she did it.
It's so good.
Awesome.
Yummy.
Well, I'll keep scooping for you.
Can I just keep on?
You can keep on doing that, and we'll just scoop it so we can get these muffin tins. That's a little bit of a bigger scoop than I wanted, but
what a cool! I love this. So, as you're scooping, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Did your friend, your old roommate, let you know how she found this? Where did she find this recipe?
I don't know. She did not, actually, but
we might be sharing a family secret right here.
I doubt it. The internet also has the recipe.
TikTok. There we go.
I'm a big fan of the internet TikTok recipes. So we're just going to finish scooping these in here and then pop them into the oven, and it's going to be perfect because it's honestly my favorite Friday breakfast to date, I think. As you can see.
I love this. And I'll feel good about eating it because it's not that awful for you.
It's true.
And it tastes really,
I would say it's fairly healthy. If you wanted to make it extra healthy, you'd just do a different, a cake mix that's not necessarily mainstream.
And I will say just the batter itself was delicious. And I'm not just saying that, it was real good. It was real good.
I'm a big fan of all kinds of batter.
Me too.
Cake batter, cookie batter, all the batter and ice cream, it is what it is.
It sparks joy, as it
does spark joy.
It was.
And we're just going to scrape the bowl here, and hopefully I don't get my fluffy white shirt. You know, I always tend to
do
wear
the same thing.
the white shirts on the days that I'm
Yes.
in the kitchen with the messiest.
I know, literally, it's
things.
just like hanging on.
So we'll just do this. There we go.
Oh, Kim, they
Clean
look
it up.
beautiful.
They do, really. And you know what's great about the ice cream scoop is that it kind of keeps them uniform. So we'll scrape a little bit down into
That
here.
was a really good call. That was very easy. And that's something I wouldn't have always thought to do. So there you go.
It's great. So muffins are ready. Do you want to put them in the oven?
Yes, please.
All right, we're going to put them in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. And then they're just going to hang out in the oven. We'll pull them out either nice and warm or cool. The chocolate will melt. It'll taste like holidays. Enjoy. It's
Good morning, Vail.
Discover the perfect blend of style and performance in your eyewear at Eyepieces. With convenient locations in Vail Village, Lions Head, Beaver Creek, Edwards, Basalt, and Snowmass, Eyepieces is the destination for luxury eyewear and high-performance optics. From iconic brands to the latest in sport frames and snow goggles, we have the eyewear to match your mountain lifestyle. Plus, we offer prescription lens services, including eye exams, custom lenses, and prescription goggles for your mountain adventures. Visit us today to experience the art of vision. Eyepieces, serving the Vail Valley's vision needs for over 40 years.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
I'm Danella Richard. I've made a career traveling the world. I've worked for some of the biggest names in travel, and now I've traded in my business suit for a swimsuit. Swimming with the sharks, swinging at the edge of the world, throwing back a few shots, or shall I say spirits. Eating some of the best cuisine, and even making a few furry friends along the way. I invite you to come along with me and discover the world.
Are you looking to spice up your career life? Well, then TV8 Vail is looking for some part-time hosts. There's no better way to start your morning than here with the TV8 and Good Morning Vail team. You can email your resumes to Danielle at tv8vail.com, and that way you can be part of the fun.
Good morning, Vail.
Here in Eagle County, Habitat for Humanity is celebrating 30 years. And 30 years ago, they built one home in the valley. In 2025, they're building 30. And joining us now, we have Denise Kipp with Habitat for Humanity. Denise, how are we doing?
Hi, Ross. How are you?
Good. So, 30 years in, we're going for 25 homes this year.
Well, we're going to actually build 30 homes.
30
for our
homes.
30-year
homes.
anniversary. Yeah.
So-
Last year we built 24.
Last year, 24, we're building up. How do we get to this place where we're building this many homes?
Well, we have a pretty amazing staff. Our construction team works hard, and we are very lucky that we have a tremendous team of volunteers that also helps us build. We have 20 homes in Vail at Timber Ridge and 10 in Gypsum in 2025. So we're working through the family selection process now for those homes. lots of applications. The affordable housing crisis is real.
Yes.
There's nowhere for our locals to live.
Right, right. And some of these people that get in these homes, these are the people that make this valley run. These are law enforcement. These are people that work in our hotels. These are our locals, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's actually really concerning because we can't keep teachers, we can't find nurses. So it's not even just like the hospitality workers. It's some of those other professionals that really do create vibrancy in our community.
Definitely. And obviously there's lots of snow on the ground right now, so we're not really building as much right now. We're taking those applications in. What is that process like if someone's considering doing it? Like, what's the time that goes into it? What do they need to get?
Question.
What ducks do they need to get in a row? But how do they do it?
Well, the application is on our website. It is currently closed. It closed last week for these 30 homes. But the process is pretty amazing. Our family services team walks the applicants through the process, meets with every single family that applies for a home, and helps them get their ducks in a row so that if they don't qualify this time, come back again and apply next year, and you're that much closer to qualifying. So we've had families that have applied like 3 years in a row, and then they get accepted.
So awesome. It's always like a celebration
Yeah.
with the keys and all that fun stuff. But then there's sweat equity that goes in this
Yes.
as well, right?
Yeah, so everyone over the age of 18 has to provide 250 hours of sweat equity, so they help build their home. But they can also have, perhaps their church group come out and help and donate those hours to that individual. So it's a lot of teamwork.
A lot of teamwork. And speaking of which, there's some amazing sponsors that make Vail Habitat go, right?
Yeah, so we have our big Carpenters Ball coming up on March 8th, which is why I wanted to be here today.
Yeah.
Our event on March 8th, we hope to raise $1 million, and I think we will. We have great auction items, and we have pretty incredible sponsors that sponsor us year after year. So we have Vail Resorts, A&B Bank. These are the presenting sponsors, Lorene Hopkins and Carrie Fell, and Slifer, Smith, and Frampton Real Estate. Those are our presenting sponsors, and then we have a whole slew of other business partners that sponsor.
Yeah, and so that Carpenter's Ball, that's the big fundraiser of the year for you guys, but it's also a fun night, right? What's going to be going on?
Yeah, it's really fun. It's very community-oriented. It's not super fancy, which makes it feel, for some reason, maybe more fun. It's that Western glam feel. So, people can come in jeans and a cowboy hat, and, or if they wanted to wear, diamonds and denim, they can do that too. So yeah, it's fun. We have 500 people attending. It's sold out. However, we do have a waiting list and are taking names. Spots might open up. So if anyone's interested, please get in touch and we'll add you to the waiting list.
Yeah, and that is March 9th.
March 8th.
March 8th,
Yeah.
Carpenter's Ball up at the Height there, right?
At the Height, yep. It starts at 6. And our auction online, you don't have to be at the event to bid. We have incredible auction items that opens up on March 1st.
Cool.
So we have Avalanche tickets, we have Nuggets tickets, and they come with packages of, like a box and a parking spot, and also like the Avalanche tickets come with a jersey that's signed.
Is that good stuff?
It's
yeah.
fun. Yeah.
It's
So check out the auction. We have restaurant gift cards and all sorts of really great items.
We're looking at some of the pictures from years past, and it's really a who's who of the community. It's really getting out there and kind of seeing everyone that you might not have seen in the thick of winter here, and all for an amazing cause. Look at those outfits are awesome.
It's fun.
Is that kind of a similar theme this year there?
Yeah, it's always that Western theme. This year we're calling it Cowboy Glam.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. People know I love my cowboy boots. So with Habitat, if people want to donate or get involved or either help build, like how could I get involved if I wanted to?
Well, I know you, so I'll find you. But you can get on our website and reach out. We have a volunteer tab there that you can reach out to our volunteer coordinator. If anyone has auction items, businesses that they would like to donate to the Carpenters Ball, we are still accepting items, and you can also find that information on our website. And then as far as the waiting list, it's if you're interested in attending, please, get your name on the waiting list because spots could open up.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate, there's people there to help. Like if you speak a different language and might need something in Spanish or anything, everyone at Habitat is so friendly and helpful that just reach out, just break that barrier down, open the door, and just get in there.
Yeah, and we do help with housing challenges, so we can help find rentals, stable housing if you don't qualify for a Habitat home. We do have a family services team that is helping with all of those issues as well.
And you're pretty deep in this housing, crisis right now. Where are we at as a community?
Yeah, it's really concerning. Last year in 2024, there were only 25 homes sold for under $500,000. The average single-family home price was $3 million in 2024. So it's nearly impossible for our hardworking locals to find stable, affordable housing.
Yeah.
It's concerning.
Yeah, it's a really tough one because it's a beautiful place. It's hard to live here, but it's
and we're Habitat. We feel so fortunate. We have such an incredible donor base in this community. There are folks that are so generous that donate year after year and show up at the Carpenter's Ball year after year, and we're so generous. Yeah. We're so grateful for their generosity.
Yeah, and I know Vail Resorts is a big one. They get their team and their staff out there for days. It's one of the coolest. It's a better day than sitting at an office desk. Is getting the team. If you have a company or work in an office, get your team out there for a day with Habitat. It's always a lot of fun, and it goes towards a great cause.
It does.
Awesome. Denise, anything else I should ask you? Anything else you want to talk about? We got the website pulled up right now. So
I don't think so. Just stay tuned. The auction opens on March 1st, and you can, even if you don't attend the Carpenter's Ball, you can purchase items and bid.
Yeah, let's go. And those Nuggets games are really fun right now, as are the Avalanche.
Yes.
We were talking a little bit about USA Hockey coming on tonight.
I know.
So we got some fun stuff coming up. Denise, anything else people should know about Habitat for Humanity Vail Valley?
I don't think so. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, definitely. Check out Habitat either if you need a home or you need help finding a home or just anything you need around housing. They're there to help. And if you're in a good place yourself, consider helping. Consider getting your hands on some drills and building some walls there with Habitat for Humanity coming up this year. 2025, celebrating 30 years with 30 homes. We'll be right back with the rest of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
The season starts when Nate Dogg, Trailer Tom, and friends have started the season at Bartley.
There it is, the white ribbon of living.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And on that very first chair, two very familiar faces who've been in line for 2 days.
My name is Nate Dogg, N-A-T-E, D-O-G-G-G-G.
My name is Trailer Tom.
Nate Nadler and Tom Miller live nearby.
I feared nothing but not getting first chair.
Second chair nightmare.
Yeah, second chair nightmare.
My goal is to continue to fight for this first chair as long as I'm physically able. First chair coming at us one more year.
Tune into Coffee with America and start your day in the right direction, where we go over the latest and greatest in health, lifestyle, entertainment, and more. Start your day off on Coffee with America.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunities for points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point of this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now. Check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Good morning, Vail.
Whether we like it or not, artificial intelligence is here, and up next we're going to take a look at the Avon Police Department and Chief Greg Daly and see how they're using AI. Let's take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, we recently had the opportunity to learn about Trulio, a company that partners with police departments across the nation to offer its AI-powered assistant for police officers, and to tell us how they've been using it at their department. And how it's been helping their performance, their police officers, and give us a little inside scoop of how it is actually to use this tool. We have Chief Greg Daly from the Avon Police Department joining us this morning. Chief, thank you so much for being here. Avon PD is the first police department in Colorado to use Trulio, so you guys have some experience with it, and today we're going to be learning all about it. And thanks for being here with us today.
Well, good morning, and thank you for having me. Yeah, we are the first in Colorado, so we're pretty proud of that. This is a tool that we had seen towards the end of last year, and we organized to do a pilot with the company. And as a result of that pilot, we have contracted with them as a service to the Avon Police Department. You know, there are a variety of different aspects of this particular tool. One of the aspects is that we can dictate reports. So, for example, the other night, one of my sergeants was finishing an arrest, was driving back from the hospital to Avon, and in that period was able to dictate on his way that report over, obviously, hands-free in his vehicle. So by the time he got back to the police department, the majority of the report had been written. The dictation is obviously downloaded into the Trulio app, and then there is a facility to sort of structure that into a report format with paragraphs, et cetera, and I have a little bit of an Irish accent, so I've been actually pretty impressed because I don't have a lot of success with dictation. I'll be honest with you. My Siri app is the Irish version because just the Irish, our THs, we tend to have issues with THs. But anyway, in that regard, that's one aspect of it. Another very important aspect is that it reviews all of our body camera footage. So when we dock our body cameras at the station, that body camera footage is downloaded, and in turn, Trulio analyzes all of our body cameras, all 100% of our body cameras. In that regard, then, it's analyzing it for professionalism, for the use of professional language in relation to explaining to somebody we've stopped on a traffic stop, for example, as to why we've stopped them, and being professional in our language and our communication. So it rates us on our level of professionalism. Obviously, if there's any bad language used in that interaction by the person we're dealing with, that's going to be highlighted to a supervisor. Supervisor will be able to review that and say, okay, that was the other side of this and not the officer. If, unfortunately, an officer uses a swear word, what they shouldn't be, but sometimes things occur, that will be a mentoring moment for the supervisor to sit down with that officer and say, okay, why did you say in that way? Why did you get agitated, whatever else? How can we better approach this situation and de-escalate it? The other aspect is any use of force. If we are using force, for example, we're saying taser or that is introduced into the language, well, then that's going to be highlighted as well to the supervisor. On top of that, then we have the ability to get, in that respect, since we've been using it beginning of December, there's been 8,400 hours of body camera footage analyzed by AI. Funnily enough, they give a little information on the when we log on from an admin perspective, and it estimates that if we had sergeants, for example, review that footage, it would have cost us about $346,000 in pay to review all that.
Wow.
So that's a huge benefit in that regard. Another aspect of it is I was at a Chiefs conference in October, and I was listening to the chief of Fort Collins and Boulder talk about AI assist in doing reports and whatever else. And one aspect that I didn't realize was the mental health side of it.
Okay.
And I was going, it took me a couple of seconds, and I was listening to them.
Right.
We can have very busy shifts, and we have been working short-staffed. We've got 4 people in the academy, started a week ago, so we're hopefully going to be up to full staff towards the end of October.
Right.
But in that regard, we've had a lot of stress on our officers. Sometimes they'll finish a shift being down 4 or 5 reports.
Right.
Pretty heavy, meaty reports. And that can be very stressful because they know they're going to have to spend another 4 hours doing reports, are coming in on their days off.
Yeah.
So being able to help that and be more efficient in that report process is helping them in that regard and lowering that anxiety. So I was really impressed. I didn't factor that in myself, but it was really good to hear it from those 2 chiefs.
Yeah, maybe it's not a direct tool or it's not a direct effect of using AI, but it is, it's relieving the officers some time, giving them a little more peace of mind. It's saving you money. It's saving you time from reviewing all of this camera footage. I think when we spoke to Anthony Tassoni, the CEO of Trulio, he said on average, I think only about 1% of body cam footage is reviewed by humans, by officers. And now the ability that this tool allows you to review 100% of it. It highlights certain areas or certain points during these conversations. I think it really is, from what I hear at least, it's a great tool to use. Are there any challenges, drawbacks? Is accuracy ever a concern? Ethics, privacy, any of those things when using a tool like this?
Excellent questions, yeah. So to address some of those things. Obviously, we're only interested in AI if it's a benevolent use of that technology.
Yeah.
We serve our community. Our mission statement of the Avon Police Department is to serve to better our community. So we would not in any way want to adopt anything that is going to be harmful to our community. Yeah. We want to be more efficient in our report writing. We want more accurate reports. We want the reports to be grammatically better, ultimately, because that goes to our district attorney's office, our town prosecutor. Both of those entities review our reports. They want them to be concise, capturing all of the facts which lead to a better prosecution. And ultimately, from our perspective, that's getting justice for our victims. So it's a win-win in that regard. In relation to the ethics, yes, obviously, the officers have to review those reports before they submit them. So they may have been getting AI assistance, but at the end of the day, it's their report. They're swearing to that report. If they go to court, they're swearing and affirming that these facts are correct. So obviously, we're not going to go to the extent of, a report is generated just by the body camera and the officer doesn't look at the report and it's just generated that way. That is not something we will do. Because ethically that would not be the right thing to do.
Right.
When this whole conversation came up, about AI, somebody said, listen, you've been using AI for years. Siri on your iPhones is an AI product.
Right.
We use AI in so many different realms of our life, but at the end of the day, we need to be using it where it's beneficial to the people that we serve. And we did a pilot on that, and we wanted to make sure we were comfortable with that. I spoke to a colleague on the East Coast that's been dealing with this particular company for quite a while, a massive sheriff's office. And so we wanted to make sure we had done our evaluation of this tool, and so far it's been a very positive experience.
Awesome. Well, it definitely sounds like AI is in the future of society, and I'm sure it'll be in the future of police departments as well, as you try to implement these tools in the best of your ability to continue serving communities. And it sounds like that's what you guys are doing with Trulio. So thanks for giving us kind of your firsthand experience with this tool and taking the time to speak with us today.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you, Chief Daly. Avon PD, ladies and gentlemen, is the first department in Colorado to implement this tool. And here you have a little bit of that experience from Chief Daly. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back with more of the show after this. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Good morning.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
TV8 Vail is expanding its distribution, and we want you to be the first to know. You can now find TV8 and our all-Spanish live stream Conecta en Vivo on Roku and Amazon Fire TV. Search the channel store for TV8 Vail and Conecta en Vivo on your device and add them to your list of favorite channels. And as always, you can continue to live stream on our website at tv8vail.com or find us on Spotify. At home or on the go, you'll never miss a minute of your favorite local programs on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome into the TV8 Weather Center on this Thursday morning. 29 degrees at 8 a.m. to start our day. We'll see a high of 38 and a 70% chance of snow this afternoon. Winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, but that snow starts coming in around noon and into this afternoon and into the evening, but temperatures start coming down around 4 p.m. to 35, 30 degrees at 8 p.m. with those snow showers expected today. Into the I-70 corridor, Eagle a high of 40 today, Avon 38, Vail 38, Denver 27, but snow expected throughout the Rocky Mountains today, and tonight a low of 23 with more snow expected into tomorrow, into the weekend here, and that sunsets at 5:48 p.m. Into the next couple days and the weekend here, snow tonight and into tomorrow, Friday, and then some partly cloudy skies and sunny skies expected this weekend for the Talent Challenge at Beaver Creek and Vail Legacy Days happening over at Vail. And then that next storm's expected to roll in early next week on Tuesday. So get through a couple days here, enjoy the snow. Beaver Creek's got 191 inches on the season so far with a 59-inch base. Beaver Creek's opening at 8 trails. That's 98% of terrain. For 20,000 vertical feet is the challenge. Time to sign up if you're looking for 200. We're all
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has